Named after the biggest harsh-cut precious stone of diamond quality at any point found, the Rolls-Royce Cullinan SUV is a moving epitome of its namesake heritage. Huge, excessive, and bewilderingly costly, the Cullinan takes the conventional Rolls benchmarks. An organized choice of upholstery and trim materials, a murmur calm inside, a customary soul of bliss hood decoration, and a sky's-the-limit customization program, and applies them to a regular SUV. A twin Super V12, evaluated up to 592 strength dwells in the engine, sending its result to an 8-speed transmission and standard all-wheel drive. Spoiling the tenants outweighs everything else here, and that incorporates an extensive back compartment with perfectly cushioned seating to make the travelers, or at times, the proprietor. However, Rolls-Royce lets us know that is the exemption instead of the standard nowadays, show up as new as could be expected. Almost 2 times as costly as a Bentley Bentayga or a Mercedes-Maybach GLS class, the Cullinan is likewise undeniably more selective. For some purchasers, that makes its cost of section a relative deal. Rolls-Royce recognizes the gentle updates to the 2025 Cullinan by adding the 2 postfix to its name. However, the progressions are generally superficial and connected with the UI. The notorious Pantheon grille remains, however, is presently enlightened, and another L-form drove strip flanks the rectangular headlamps. The front guard is modified with skewed air admissions making a V shape. The back guard gets a serious shine dark completion that adds to a generally bolder look. Cleaned hardened steel components around the exhaust and a brushed tempered steel defensive plate finish the look. New 7-talked 23-inch wheels are set up, each processed from a solitary billet of aluminum. There's likewise another Imperador truffle finish expected to radiate an unobtrusive gleam, made by imbuing enamel with glass particles. Inside, a full-width glass board integrating the instruments and infotainment touchscreen replaces the past arrangement. And there's another accessible rayon upholstery texture created from bamboo, called Duality Twill. Evaluating, and which one to purchase. The cost of the 2025 Rolls-Royce Cullinan is supposed to begin around $392,000. And go up to $454,000, relying upon the trim and choices. If we were in a situation to buy a Cullinan, we wouldn't be too worried about spreading around some additional green to get things spot on. That implies we'd pick the gem paint plot, the gold-plated Soul of Happiness hood trimming, and the electronic tow hitch. What's more, we wouldn't miss the chance to have the texture over our heads show a fiber-optic brilliant night sky through the Meteorite main event. At last, we'd add the back security glass and side draperies to make the back column into a peaceful hideaway. The dark identification release is close by for those searching for a somewhat vile shutdown appearance, with a couple of extra outside changes, including a more forceful lower air consumption, as well as the broad utilization of carbon fiber inside trim pieces. Motor, transmission, and execution. The Cullinan's twin Super 6.7-liter V12 gives 563 drive, 592 in the dark identification model, and is murmur calm, in case it upsets the celebrities in the lodge. All-wheel drive is standard, despite the fact that we suspect purchasers won't ever wander off the landing area and hazard harming the paint. The Cullinan rides on an air suspension that gets data from a street filtering camera, and naturally changes the vehicle's level to make up for flaws in the asphalt. Ride solace is past the norms of customary extravagance vehicles, as the Cullinan drifts not too far off and communicates nothing undesirable to individuals inside. We've tried a Cullinan, and it hustled to 60 miles per hour in only 4.5 seconds. Noteworthy for a vehicle that weighs around 3 tons, V12 controlled, etc. Then again, the last Bentayga V8 we tried dealt with similar in 3.3 seconds. Mileage and genuine MPG. We should imagine briefly that anybody genuinely considering the V-12 controlled Cullinan is worried about eco-friendliness. These speculative purchasers will be feeling better to get familiar with the Cullinan Ware's EPA efficiency evaluations of 12 mpg city and 20 mpg parkway, which surprisingly aren't the most horrendously terrible figures in the class. The V-12 controlled Bentley Bentayga matches its 12 mpg city figure, yet can possibly figure out 17 mpg on the interstate. We ran the Cullinan on our 75-mile-per-hour throughway mileage course, which is essential for our broad testing routine, and it beat assumptions, accomplishing 21 mpg interior, solace, and freight. The extensive lodge is fixed with a clothing rundown of materials apparently separated from the homes of the English Decision class. box grain cowhide, sheep fleece covering, lovely wood trim, and processed aluminum highlights. Gestures to the ongoing purchaser environment incorporate another rayon texture made from bamboo that is called duality twill, which is said to incorporate 2.2 million facets and up to 11 miles of string, and another open pore, dark finish debris wood trim choice. The biggest update is the new full-width glass board that consolidates instruments and infotainment. The upholstery likewise gets a lift, with new imaginative examples framed by the lucid overseeing of the holes in the calfskin, as exhibited by an example said to be motivated by the continually changing shapes and shadows of the mists at Rolls-Royce's HQ in Goodwood, Britain. Urgently, the liftgate design actually takes into consideration fitting the discretionary review suite, comprising of a couple of cowhide-wrapped seats and a little table that jumps out of the floor. This is by a long shot the most lavish method for taking in a polo match at the nation bequest. The gear list is nevertheless a beginning stage, as Rolls will happily enjoy purchasers' personalization demands. All it costs is cash. New for 2025 is a full-width glass board consolidating instruments, driver information, and infotainment into a solitary unit. Curiously, the new 2025 model gets rid of the previous upholstered trim piece that could be situated to conceal the infringing computerized reality, otherwise known as the touchscreen. The showcase currently runs Rolls-Royce's most recent infotainment framework, called Soul, which was first found in the electric apparition. Bluetooth earphones of any kind can be matched with the backseat infotainment framework, or clients can listen live to the 18-speaker, 18-channel 1400-watt sound arrangement. A couple of back screens are fit for streaming and showing individual substance. The 2025 Rolls-Royce Cullinan underlines both unmatched extravagance and state-of-the-art well-being innovation. The vehicle is outfitted with cutting-edge security includes that improved driver and traveler insurance, coordinating both dynamic and aloof frameworks. Key well-being features incorporate an extensive setup of driver help frameworks, for example, versatile voyage control, path takeoff cautioning, path keeping help, and forward impact advance notice, with programmed crisis slowing down. The Cullinan likewise includes a night vision framework, which utilizes infrared cameras to recognize walkers and creatures in low perceivability conditions, giving an additional layer of mindfulness for the driver. The SUV's hardy design guarantees high-effect obstruction, with cutting-edge airbag inclusion for all inhabitants and supported side influence assurance. Also, the Cullinan utilizes the most recent electronic soundness and foothold control frameworks, further working on its taking care of and security on different landscapes. Rolls-Royce focuses on well-being as much as extravagance, guaranteeing the Cullinan offers a rich driving encounter as well as elevated degrees of consolation and security. But it doesn't stop there. The Cullinan is packed with a suite of intelligent driver assistance technologies. Picture adaptive cruise control easing your highway journeys, while lane departure warning and forward collision warning with automatic emergency braking work behind the scenes to keep you out of harm's way. Need to navigate tight city streets or parking spaces? The 360-degree camera system provides crystal clear visibility, making every maneuver effortless and safe. Taking safety up a notch, the Cullinan's night vision system utilizes infrared technology to detect pedestrians and animals in the dark, keeping you alert and confident on nighttime drives. Plus, blind spot detection is always on the lookout for vehicles in adjacent lanes, ensuring lane changes are as smooth as they are secure. Step inside, and you'll find a meticulously crafted cabin equipped with multiple airbags placed strategically to protect everyone on board. The car's advanced restraint system adjusts dynamically, customizing protection based on the impact and the position of each occupant. Even the seats are thoughtfully engineered, with active head restraints designed to minimize whiplash during rear-end collisions.